Hey guys, it's me, Brett. I am here to talk to you a little bit about Nearpod. Nearpod, I have used it for the last few years and I really enjoy it. It's a good way to have your kids be really interacted with what you're teaching. So it is free for the most part. There is a paid subscription available, but I just use the free one. So you can sign up right here for free. I'm going to show you what it looks like when I log in. So I'm going to log in just using my Google information. So once you log in, it's going to take you to your library. These are just some that I have added over the last few weeks. What's really cool about it is that you can assign something. I'm going to be talking a little bit about this one. You can look at it as a live lesson, but since we're doing online learning now, you're probably going to go with the self and student paced. So what that'll do is you can click on student paced. Right now it's telling me that since I am a silver user that I should upgrade, but right now it'll still give you your code. There is an option of if you email them, since everybody is going to online learning, they will be able to give you a longer subscription. I emailed them today, so I'm hoping to hear back from them in the next few days or so. So what it will do, it will give you a code like this, and then you take that code and you send it to your students. When you send it to your students, they'll have to go to join.nearpod.com. It looks a little bit different, but it's very simplified for them. So once they go there, it'll have them move at their own pace. There are questions that you can put in it. So if I was going to look at it, not this one. If I was going to look at it, you can actually preview it. So some of the things that I have on this one that I'm going to be sending to my students about natural disasters, since we talk about it in fourth grade a lot, is you can preview it before. This one I believe was free, but what's really neat about them is they already have a lot of great things embedded inside of them. So like right now, this is a 360 city, it looks like, which once the kids have it on their iPad or on a phone, they can move the phone and the iPad around and it'll change. And instead of me dragging it like I am right now, it'll also move by itself too. So that is one way to get them really interacted about it. Usually before every lesson, they give you these teacher notes, tells you about how much time you'll need, the lesson objectives, and some what do you think? It's usually a poll question. A lot of the times they'll ask the students as like a preview question, what are some of the things that they heard of or have they learned this before? They're showing some vocabulary on this one. When there's a show what you know, it could be a fill in the blank, it could be a quiz question. It's basically however you want to word it and put it in there. That's an option. You can go into some natural disasters. You can embed web pages. This one's really cool because it's got a ton of information on the side here, and all they do is click it and it'll open the web page for them. So I'm going to do a little bit more, click a little bit more through. This one is another 360 city, so that's another one that they could take the iPad and look around and move it around. There's more videos that you can embed. It's another video. Matching is another cool one. They got this one called the memory test that they can flip them over, pictures, and try to piece it up with what natural disaster it was. This one's got a lot of information. Sometimes they can skim the surface a little bit. Other times they can go really, really in depth. But this one's a good one to send home because it has a lot of interesting information for how to stay safe during these things. But I also wanted to show you, there's a quiz at the end, like most of them. I didn't make these. This is actually one that I found ahead of time. So if I go back to my library over here, these are the ones I've added, but this is where you'll find the sessions and the things that you can send home. So if you click on that, there's a ton of information here. So you can either go start with the free. I would click on the free first. Then it's up to you what you want to find. I know where most of us in elementary school would go up to here, but they even have high school and some middle school ones over there. I teach fourth grade, so I'm going to click on fourth grade, and it'll have a couple interesting things. So these are all just the free ones that are specifically for fourth grade. Now you can take the fourth grade toggle off or the fourth grade option off, and then you've got a lot more to choose from. So take a look at it. It's pretty interesting and unique. It's really easy to get started on it. I just one day found something I wanted to teach, went with it, gave the kids the code, and then they got on and they logged on. What's also really neat about it, if I go back to that library, I can hit these little three dots. Now, since I've had this one for a while, I can go down to reports. And when I click on reports, it'll take me to my information of my data from these sessions. So it's not just like I'm assigning it and I'll never see anything again. So I'm clicking on it and I'm going to say, okay, well, 18 students did that one that day. So now I can go back and now I have all my report information. I've got my students' names, how they did on the poll, how they did on the quizzes. If there was an open-end question, what's one thing that you remember from today's lesson? That is some of the answers that they gave me. There wasn't any drawing on that one. The matching pairs didn't really give them any data for that one since it's more of just a fun game. A collaborate is pretty cool. These are the newer ones that were added over the last couple weeks. A time to climb is almost like a little Kahoot game at the end. I added a time to climb a few days ago when I did the tech training for ASTI the other day. So most of you had played that game if you came to the ASTI presentation. So that's where you can find that. You can also embed flip grids and have the kids talk about their Nearpod through a flip grid. So that's a little bit too techy for me at the moment, but that's one thing that you can do, which is pretty neat. And if you have any questions, there's tons of teacher resources down here. One of the things that I did a few days ago is I went on and you can attend these live webinars and they're super easy. And since everybody is going to online learning these next few weeks, there's a ton of open availability. So you can see this week just alone, they've got a ton of options to choose from. All you have to do is get signed up and then register and where what type of session that you would like. And you can even look at ones that have been pre-recorded, which is pretty nice. So yeah, that's about a little bit about Nearpod. It's pretty cool. It's got a lot of stuff. There's instructional videos, anything you'll need for you to get started with Nearpod. I like it just because it is super easy to assign something. You get instant results and it keeps the kids really, really engaged. All right. And if you have any more questions, you can email me at btomasch@dgsd.us and have a great day.